Everybody, welcome to another episode of Rekilling the Fire Marriage Ministry. I am your host, Pastor Lamar Jones.
Minister Jessica Jones.
Yes, and we are back again. And this topic, we're going to be talking about accountability in marriage. Are you accountable?
I think so.
You sure?
I think so. Let's see.
When we go through these
it.
little, see where you measure up at. But on today, our scripture is coming from Ephesians 5, chapter 5, verses 21 through 23. And it reads, submitting to one another in fear of God. Wives, submit to your own husbands as to the Lord. For the husband is head of the wife, as also Christ is head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. So we are a part of a body. All right. So you sure you're gonna measure up on this thing right here? I don't know.
We'll see.
Let's keep score. Let's keep score. Y'all keep score and see what happens.
Let's see about this. That's our first
one. Okay, what's accountability looks like in practice? What does it look like?
Basically, it's about taking ownership for your actions.
What did you do?
What did I do?
What
do you mean what I do?
Yeah, what you do?
Basically taking the ownership for your actions in a marriage. So sometimes, a lot of times, it's easier to blame the other person for something instead of looking at ourselves to see what we did wrong, like in the situation.
So instead of making excuses or blaming your partner, acknowledge your part.
Right, and that takes the bigger person to do that because it's so easy to. Well, you did that first.
Well, a lot of times when we use the accountability part, we kind of throw blame, but we're not listening either. You know.
Well, yeah, because I'm sure most of the time that we're in the heat of the moment, so we are like already mad, upset, and that feeling, right?
Yeah. So acknowledging your part inflicts and make an effort to do better. So it's like catch yourself. You know when you did wrong. That's one thing. You know when you went off the rails or if something has come up and you refuse to bend because you don't want to acknowledge your part of what had happened. And the best thing is to acknowledge your part instead of it projecting it on your partner.
It might make it a little easier if y'all just separate for a little bit, like go into a different room, come back and revisit it. Because sometimes we be in the heat of the moment and we say things that we don't mean, and sometimes you can't take your words back. You know what I mean? When you're in the heat of the moment. So sometimes if you're, we all know ourselves. So if you're a feisty type person, you might have to, revisit the situation after both parties calm down.
But sometimes that doesn't happen because egos might come into play.
Again, depends on the individual.
It's best to, your wife and your spouse is not your enemy. That's one thing. So if you feel as though it's about to get that heated, it's best not. It's not saying I'm done talking with. Let's take a moment. Let's take a moment, and then y'all come back, and then maybe y'all can be able to
talk about
it in a better way. Right. Well, next thing we're going to talk about is being transparent. How will it make you feel if it happened to you? Share information about your activities and decisions, especially regarding finances and technology use, to create a sense of security and alignment. I get out the bed and I know you hate the bed all messed up. So it's like
that's how transparent.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and fix it because I know it's going. You see that look?
And you fix it.
Yeah, and I'll fix it.
If he just wanted to bring up that topic, but I come home the bed looking not as neat as it could have been. And he knows how to clean. His grandmother even verbally told me that she taught her boys how to do everything. They decide not to get married. They know how to do X, Y, and Z. So he knows how to do it. Don't like to do it.
I put the effort. He is an effort.
Now,
But as far as our decision making and finances, it's just being on, like, you do, if it's the money's in your account and whatever. I'm always subconscious, like in case of something goes wrong or anything like that. I was like, I won't spend it unless we on the same wavelength.
It's also important just to about being transparent about sharing with your spouse. Like some spouses might have a joint account, then you might have a separate account for something. So if your spouse is lacking in something, that's what the other account is for. You can share.
Well, let's be transparent right now with this water right here, right? She asked, if I'm thirsty, whatever. I was like, I'm gonna get some of yours. She didn't even want to share the bottled water with me, y'all. The bottled water. She was like, I just want to keep up with my water intake. I said, you can calculate a sip.
She don't know how to take a sip. The whole
she can calculate a sip, y'all. And we got more water downstairs.
You don't know how to take a sip. That's the thing.
You can calculate a sip. You can't be transparent with that water, though. Can I get a point for that one, too?
When you talk about technology use. So, about that. So, technology is a big thing nowadays in 2025. There's a lot of privacy settings, a lot of private stuff on technologies. So again, this marriage thing is not a one-way shop fits all, shoe fits all. You gotta do what works best for you and your spouse.
Yeah,
but for us, we share passwords
and things like that. But then that's like I don't know if that's a maturity thing or especially you're young and you're just coming into marriage. We're 15 years deep, but those things could come up and like, give my password for what, and you acting more single rather than together.
Right. Then he even memorized my social security number. Wait. How you remember that?
Death do us part. Death do us part. You ain't leaving me. I just been I'm always been a numbers person, so that's the reason why I remember it so openly. She tried to blame me. I'm like, yeah, my account been pinged, but like, I don't know what happened. Just joking, y'all. All right.
Openly
communicate openly. So that is having regular, honest conversations. We're actually really having a conversation, and God not even in the room, but it's an open conversation where we can share amongst each other. How our actions impact your partner, or just plainly listening. Having an ear just hear what your partner's trying to say. And get some feedback from your own behavior.
Right, and also important to set some time, like during the day or evening. Each day, like every day. Life gets busy, hectic. Some people might have different schedules. Work schedule, might have children, grandchildren. Other obligations. So it's important to always include your spouse, each other.
Yes.
Throughout the day, just to lay your hair down, just to talk.
We have pillow talk. We have sometimes have pillow talks. Even it could be prayer.
Yeah, it's important
just to iron off things, because throughout the day, especially when you're in the bed and when you have time just to lay your hair down and nothing going on, you gotta get up. You ain't gotta do nothing for the next 6-7 hours. Why not? And we have to be careful with that technology thing, where that's the first thing we'll pick up, try to get entertained and try to get comfortable, go to sleep. But, definitely have a time to communicate with your spouse.
Even if your spouse, might not be home, might have a different schedule, pick up the phone, talk. FaceTime.
Like, pick up the phone. I like you. I say that a lot. She was like, "You love me?" I say, "I like you." You like me? Yeah. I don't know about you. Yeah, I like you. All right. What's our next one, babe?
Follow through on the commitments.
What do you mean by that?
Consistently doing what you say that you're going to do to show that you are reliable and trustworthy.
Do y'all have any issues with that? Doing what you say. Back in the day, that was the thing. Your word was your bond. And within a marriage, your wife or the husband is really relying on you because you're the closest thing to them. Like secrets or whatever it is, you are the closest place, and I really rely on her, and as much as she rely on me. But when you say something, you're going to do anything. It also deals with trust. That you're going to trust them, that they're going to do what they say. Because you can talk is big, but then when you don't do certain things, they might hold that against you.
Also, that makes me think of a trauma too. Make me think about trauma. Sometimes our spouses might have went through certain traumas,
right? In the trust area,
a parent or another relationship, they wasn't reliable, wasn't trustworthy. So we have to be really careful. With that. We don't want to bring up old wounds. We want to make each other better, build each other up.
That makes sense. I'm glad you said that because trauma will, especially if it's trauma, it will follow you through if you don't go through the necessary counseling or anything, or coping skills to how to deal with those certain situations, and then your spouse will go right into that category where they hate the most or whatever. So if you're gonna say what you're gonna do it. It's simple. Just don't put your mouth on something that you're not going to do, or don't overtalk yourself of doing something when you're not physically capable of doing. Next thing we're going to be doing, especially in this, we're going to support each other. If and we were just talking about talk is cheap, and your partner needs some help. That's go on, help him. Go on, help him. Like, bro, God bless our soul. But accountability isn't just about policing your partner, but it's about working together as a team to build a stronger relationship. This includes willing to offer and receive honest feedback, even when it's difficult. So sometimes she might say something that I might not even like. And my aunt, she was like, tell the truth, shame the devil, and I'm brought up in that type of mentality, and I'm honest to a fault. But sometimes you have to do it in a way where it's not disrespectful. Yes, there are some things where you could just say things and then they were able to take it, but it's not what you should say, it's how you say it. That makes a whole difference. And when your spouse is relying on you for support, there are different kinds of support as well, and depending on what it is, you really want to give the best foot forward to telling them what they need.
And the key thing to this is just like this being like a team. Always keep that in mind that you're a team. He might be stronger in some areas than I'm not. I might be stronger in some areas that he's not. So when we come together, we blend in all of our strengths
and weaknesses,
make each other stronger.
It makes us better as a team because when if you look at a relay race or anything like that, one cannot go without each other. The other one has to pick up the slack, and they work together just to accomplish a goal. So submitting to one another in the fear of God, so that we're submitting to each other by supporting each other, if that makes sense. What else we got, Bubble? How
How does it
benefits your marriage? How do all those things we just talked about build? First of all, it builds trust. You know, trust is one of those things that you can really destroy and hard to build back up when it's gone. So trust is important. You know, that is taking responsibility of your actions, shows your partner that you are trustworthy and vulnerable, encouraging them to be open as well. You know, that is a hard thing when you're in a marriage, when you know there is a weakness, and hopefully they don't expose you, expose that weakness within you. And in marriage, you start building tier by tier, year by year, day by day, and you get to learn more and more about your spouse. But those things are things that they are trusting you with, especially when you get here with. In other words, don't abuse it. You do not want to abuse it because it's so precious. You want to be in the house and you're on one side of the house and she's on one other side of the house and y'all mad at each other. How can that work? Because that is going to end up spilling into the kids in the marriage.
And this also brings up, like, don't share with others about what you both talk about. Like, some of it might be close, with your parents, with your siblings, or you might have a good girlfriend or a good homeboy that you might confide in, but you have to keep that separate from your marriage.
Yes, because the moment that you open your mouth and say something, that sometimes will allow them to be still mad at your spouse just because you said something, and they don't got no forgiveness because they still had that implanted in their mouth, and it was something that you should have not told them, and you gave that away, and that's something heated come up. They will say something,
they will, definitely,
and that your spouse will know where they came from, and you will break trust that quickly. So definitely, if you're not being in front of a your pastor or a counselor, don't
practice the quiet ministry.
The quiet ministry. That's what we're gonna call it. Just talk too much. What is the next one, baby? Number two.
I'll prevent blame.
It's your fault.
Your fault. You started it. I'm gonna finish it.
Be careful.
Yeah.
Stop the blame game, which can lead to resentment instead of foster a collaborative approach to problem solving. You're not gonna go get nowhere. No. When you're like, you did it. I always say this: every action causes a reaction. And when we were talking about acknowledging what I did, what you did, let's bring that all to the table. Because the finger pointing is just what's going on now, especially in our politics. Hello. It's the Democrats, it's the Republicans, but yet nothing gets done unless they work together. How could two or three walk together unless they agree? Plain and simple. If you're not walking with your spouse, and how are y'all going to be in agreement? So that blame game is definitely will build up resentment, and it will foster a collaborate approach to problem solving. You ain't even gonna solve anything. You go into one corner again, she going in another corner. Y'all still mad, and let a week go past. Y'all ain't going to remember what y'all mad about.
True.
So prevent the blame game. You see. Number three. Promotes maturity. See, accountability is a sign of emotional maturity and is essential for a healthy, committed relationship. All these years, we didn't get here overnight. There was some health scares, the pregnancy. Because we only got one child, that happened. The different emotions with that, and job situation, and all those different things molded us to where we are now. and how we had to support one another, how we had to love on each other, from through the ups and downs. But when you're dealing with accountability, it helps y'all grow, because it seems like that's like almost to me, like when you're doing the blame game, it's like a childish mentality, like you're in elementary school. Well, he did this or she did, but after a while that you'll find that doesn't work. And then when y'all have start doing things that will help build your relationship, the steps of building trust, prevent blame, and then sit back and see how much y'all have grown, you'll you ain't gonna be 100%, because every day is a different day.
And also, think for us that helped since we were always in the church.
Yes.
We were always
yes.
in the church.
A relationship with God.
We were always around people that were older than us, so they were more mature than we were. And sometimes you're around people that are a little bit older than you, that to rub off on you as well.
Especially those positive relationships that you see, some we know that's been married 50, 60 years, and you're glazing and gleaming and looking at how that structure of a relationship is, even though ours is different. It just shows the backbone of what it takes to get there, and that is doable. Now you see, now it's like people get rid of their spouse for anything, instead of doing steps of trying to reconciliate, date each other and love on each other, and go to counseling, go to church. They don't, but they're ready to call it quits.
Right, that's true.
Another thing, what all this does, it also create a sense of partnership. What does that do?
A lot of those partners feel they are working just together towards like a shared goal, and have each other, just to help them.
Gotta lean on them. Lean on them. I'm thankful that I'm able to lean on my wife for support. I'm thankful that even through the ups and downs, she has been there, and I have been there for her. And every downfall of the health situation we have went through and everything, it built a partnership like no other. And I think that when you're going through those ups and downs, those are the times where you can appreciate each other.
True.
What do you think?
Yep. Just before we close, just wanted to add, as we wrap this up, the important just to be open, like an honest, like with your spouse. It's important to use them I statements, like I feel, or I didn't like when you said such and such. It's important like to do those daily check-ins, like with your spouse. Even if it's in the evening time, after you get the kids and grandkids together, that's important to do those like check-ins to see how their day was and see how your day was, and what happened just throughout the day. And also to just be honest, like about just your fault, the thing that you did wrong. When you have that like this argument. So then all this is to help us just to grow.
I just want to add one last thing. This is not a competition. Your marriage is not a competition. Your marriage is your lifeline. Basically, this is your lifeline. I'd rather be with her than without her. In the same way, and we have to learn to be accountable, especially in marriage. No matter who had did it, we have to learn how to be accountable of the things that we had did, and not gravitate to the first thing comes to mind, which is the blame game, and work on how to reconcile or come together on the same means, and love on each other even more.
And that's good. And also, just to help keep things tight and right in our marriage. I came across this online, the 777 rule. I thought this was interesting. So it was saying the 777 rule is that it consists of 3 parts. So it consists of a date night every 7 days. I'll be taking notes. Every 7 days, you gotta do a date night. And then it says every 7
I'm with her.
weeks.
What do you mean? We on the same day.
Then it says every 7 weeks to schedule like a hotel stay somewhere. It could be local, could be wherever y'all want to go.
Yes.
And then it says every 7 months to schedule like a trip somewhere. So this is to help to keep the flavor and the romance in the marriages, even though we're going through our busy days and schedules. 777 rule.
777.
I'm gonna note that. 777 rule.
Well, we'll see how we do. Got but a couple more days and see what's going to happen. Thank you, y'all. We thank you. We just let you know that we do stream on Sundays on Facebook and on our YouTube page. Definitely visit us at Rekindling the Fire Marriage Ministry on Facebook, and then also if you please subscribe with us on our Facebook page as well.
We have a conference coming up.
And yes, the conference, February the 14th. If you're free, oh Lord, we're about the conference of what is it called?
It's the conference called What Love Got to Do with It.
What do love got to do with it? What do love got to do with it, y'all? Everything. So I hope y'all can be able to join the flyer. It's going to be on our page, and we're going to be sharing it, and hopefully you can join with us. I thank y'all. Y'all have a blessed evening, a blessed Sunday. I hope y'all had good turkey and everything. All right. We'll talk to you soon.
God bless you.
God bless you.